Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and I'm very glad that you're joining us for our Tuesday satsang. And tonight's theme will be basic puja practice. So what I'm going to be doing is demonstrating and discussing a very simple devotional rite that really anybody can do. And if anybody has a meditation practice or yoga practice, or they're exploring various deities, everyone should be able to do a simple puja. So I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. So this coming Friday at 7 o'clock, I'll be doing a puja and satsang to the form of the Divine Mother known as Guya Kali, or the Secret Kali. And then next Tuesday, also at 7. This is something I haven't done for a while. I'm actually going to do a short yin yoga class. And the asanas that we'll be holding during this class will correspond with the 7 chakras. So years ago, I was teaching a class for a Sunday satsang. And I just asked everybody there, before I began, who can tell me what is puja? And this little 9-year-old girl raised her hand, and I called on her, and she said, "Your cat." And yeah, that's true. I have a little kitty named Puja, and sometimes I think there's been the occasional video on my channel where she has made an appearance. But puja is an act of devotion and a form of devotion where we are inviting the divine to join us, and we are treating the divine as an honored guest. So, for example, somebody comes over to your house, you might offer them a cup of coffee or some other kind of refreshment, a seat, and just the various things we do when we want to be hospitable to someone. So puja is very much like that. This is an adapted puja with 5 offerings, also known as a pancha puja, pancha meaning 5. So the 5, these are representative of the 5 elements. And for the script, if anyone here is watching this has been initiated into transcendental meditation, you may recognize some of the wording in this puja. Very first form of puja I learned to do was the TM puja. And so this is in many ways an adaptation of that particular puja practice. So the supplies that you'll need for this simple puja is some kind of altar surface. It can be a shelf or a small table, even as something as simple as a plate. You'll want a water pot and spoon, also called an akman pot. And this is a handmade one from Nepal. And if you don't have one of these, any container will work. And any small spoon, like a demi-tasse spoon or a salt cellar spoon, will work as well. Flowers, some kind of perfume oil, a candle or ghee lamp, an incense holder, an incense, a bell to sound at the beginning and the end of the rite. And you'll want a mala of 108 beads. And then also something to make offerings to. And it can be a yantra, spiritual diagram like this one inscribed on a piece of brass, or like I have on this altar, an image of Mahakali. So the puja that I'm demonstrating will be a Kali puja, but this same practice can be done for any deity or deities of your choosing. So we're going to be honoring one deity today. If you look back at some of the other pujas I've done on this channel, during the invocational phase of the puja, I'm actually welcoming in several deities. And if you choose to do this, a good rule of thumb is always begin with Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, because he will pave the way for success in your endeavor. So let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. And by the way, the script for this puja, both the Sanskrit and the English translations, you can find when you go into this video and look at the description. You'll find the complete script. And then you can also follow this demonstration for doing your own puja practices. So make a comfortable seat. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Begin taking some deep breaths. Long, slow, deep breaths, as we've done so many times before. Grounding, centering, letting go of the cares of yesterday and today and tomorrow so that your awareness can be on the present moment. And then as part of this beginning meditation, I invite you to make a sankalpa. That is an intention where you want the energies of this practice to go. So if there's something if there is a goal that you are striving towards, or something you have something important going on in the very near future, or something that you're working on within yourself and you would like some divine help in that. And your sankalpa can be something just as simple as just expressing silently your wish to be closer to the divine, both within and without. So give you a moment to come up with a sankalpa if you choose. And then slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And we'll open our practice by tuning in. We're going to chant the syllable Om 3 times. Inhale. Inhale. One more inhalation. Inhale and exhale. Slowly opening your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze on your screen. So we begin our rite by sounding our bell. And then we do the cleansing of both ourselves and our sight. Om Pavitra Pavitro Va Sarva Vastham GATOPI Va Yashmare PUNDARI-KAKSHAM BAHYA-BHYANTARAH SHUCHIH. So in our cleansing, we're sprinkling some water on the altar. Before that, though, we cleanse our hands. And then with your right hand, you're anointing your third eye and your heart center. And the translation of the Purification verse that we just did is whether pure or impure, whether all places are permeated by purity or impurity, whoever opens oneself to the expanded vision of unbound awareness gains inner and outer purity. So we do the Puja, and then we do the AVAHANAM, which is the invitation to the deity. And there's something I learned from a Pandit in Nepal years ago, that as you do each section of the invocation, you make a little offering to the deity, like a flower petal. And so I'll be doing that in this demonstration. AVAHANAM. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Svaha Svadha Namostuthe Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jayabhutitaharani Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostuthe Jai Ma Kali. Avahanam Samapayami Sri Mahakali Nama. So the verse that I just sang, these are actually the opening verses to a hymn to the Divine Mother called the Argala Stotram. And what I was saying in Sanskrit was salutations to Jayanti, which means she who is ever victorious, Mangala, the bestower of auspiciousness, Kali, who is beyond time, Bhadrakali, who is the controller of death and life, also a very generous form of Kali, Kapalini, she who wears a garland of skulls. Salutations to Durga, who is the mother goddess, Shiva, who is ever auspicious, Kshama, who is the embodiment of forbearance, Dhatri, who is the supporter of all sentient beings, Svaha, who is the final receiver of sacrificial oblations to the gods, and Svadha, who is the final receiver of the sacrificial oblations. Salutations unto you. And then I concluded with the words, Avahanam Samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. And that translates to invitation or invocation offering to the lotus feet of Ma Kali, and to her I bow down. So after we make the invitation and welcomed the Divine Mother into our space, then we serve the offerings. So the first one is an offering of perfume. This is related to the earth element. Gandhanam samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. So the earth element, this symbolizes our physical being. When you offer anything, you use your right hand. For the perfume offering, you use either your middle finger or your ring finger and anoint the third eye of the Divine Mother. If your Kali is standing on Lord Shiva, don't forget to anoint him as well. So now the second offering for the water element. Naividyam samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. Naividyam means either food or nutrition. And again, we're concluding each offering by saying samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah, again offering to the lotus feet of Mahakali, I bow down. So then the next offering is we light our ghee or ghee lamp or candle. Another traditional type of flame was a camphor flame, and that's getting used less and less because burning camphor tends to create a lot of really rather nasty soot. I use these little ghee wicks that you can get very easily on Amazon. It creates a very nice flame and a lot less messy. And so you circle, whenever you offer something, you circle 3 times. Deepam samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. So Deepam, fire or flame or light. So we've honored the earth element, our physical being. We've honored the water element, our emotional self. With the element of fire, we are honoring and offering, for that matter, our consciousness and also our abilities to create change. Then from the flame, we light our incense, and this is the air element, which represents our mental being, our mental self. Dupam samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. And then it's customary after doing the 2 offerings involving fire to offer a little more water to cool the atmosphere. And then our final offering is our flower offering. And this represents the ether element or our spiritual selves. So, Pushpam samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. And then bowing down with our hands together at our heart center. Puja samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah, which means we're offering our devotion, offering our devotion to the lotus feet of Mahakali, to whom we bow. So we've made our offerings. The next part is the mantra. And at this point, we offer a mantra to our chosen deity. This could be done 27 times or 36 times, 54 quite often. It's the full, whoops, grab another food offering, seeing that happened. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do a half mala of 54. Again, it's very customary to do a full 108. And we're going to do the Narna mantra. It's a very powerful mantra to Ma Kali and all aspects of the Divine Mother. Om Aing Reem Klim Chamundai Viche. 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 Take some deep breaths. Feel the power of the words of the mantra. And visualize those energies going to whatever issue is connected to your intention, to your sankalpa. And after doing that, if you still feel some residual energies, just ground those energies into the earth. She can always use them for her healing. Mantra Pushpanjalim Samapayami Sri Mahakali Namah. So you offer your mala. Offer another flower if you have one. Mantra Pushpanjalim means flowers of mantra. And then the next phase is the Artikyam. So the Arti is a blessing from the divine, which is symbolized by the flame. So we take up our flame. We're going to circle it as we sing the Arati. Kapura Goram Karunavataram samsara saram bhujagendra haram sada santam hridayara vinde bivam bivani saitam namami Devi prapanote hare prasida 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 hare prasida Devi prapanote hare prasida 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 hare prasida Artikyam samatpayami Sri Mahakali Nama. So the translation of our Arati hymn is, white as camphor, kindness incarnate, the essence of creation garlanded with Brahman. By Brahman we mean universal divine consciousness, ever dwelling in the lotus of our hearts, the creative impulses of cosmic life. To that, in the form of Ma Kali, we bow down. And then the second part of it, which is specifically designed, or specifically for the Divine Mother, Devi, removing the sufferings of those who have taken refuge in you, manifest your purity. I'm going to pan the camera around. I want to demonstrate a couple of things real quick. So when we did the Arati, it's customary to also bless yourself with the flame. So using your hand to pass, to bring light to your head, to your mind, and to your heart as well. And likewise, when you offer something, it's also very customary to, again, before placing it on the altar, while you're singing the verse for the offering, just bringing it to your third eye and to your heart, and then bringing it to the altar. So now we're going to do a final benediction. The one I'm going to share with you is a very popular one that ends pujas as well as yoga classes. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happiness to all living creatures. Om. Peace, peace, peace. So at the end of our rite, we sound the bell again to release our intentions out to the universe. And we say, Om Tat Sat Om. Om, so shall it be. Om. Jema. 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 Victory to the Mother. And namaste to Deborah, who's joining us right now. So again, I hope that you will try to do this very simple puja for yourself, for whatever deity or forms of the divine that you wish. You can also do a guru puja to honor your teachers, those who have taught you in the past, and also the guru who resides within ourselves. The equipment for this puja is very simple. You can find what you need pretty much anywhere, like a simple candle holder, some kind of container for water, some kind of small spoon, something to put incense in, a bottle of your favorite scent. You don't need to go to a lot of expense. In fact, in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, I will accept an offering as simple as a leaf, as long as it is given with love and reverence and devotion. Jai Ma. So I want to thank you for joining me. And namaste to Bryce, who's joined us this evening as well. Feel free to write me with any questions at the temple email, omcdevi, AUMCdevi, DEVI, at gmail.com. Happy to answer your questions. Also, if you want to do this particular puja for a different deity like Ganesha or Shiva or Vishnu or Krishna, feel free to write me and I can help you find a nice invocational verse and also a mantra. So please feel free to write me with questions once again. So I want to thank you again for joining me for this. Blessing always. Namaste. Jai Ma. And I look forward to you joining me on Friday for our puja and satsang to the secret Kali, the mysterious Kali, known as Guya Kali. Really a form of all different aspects of Kali rolled up into one. So until then, have a wonderful night. Jai Ma.